Hey Narayani, I've been excited to chat with you about the insights pipeline that you've been working on for the VIP project. But before that, I want to make sure that everyone in our audience knows who we are and what we do. My name is Nikolai. I'm the founder of a company called Nibnab. We solve the problem of opportunity discovery. While our main product is about a variety of types of opportunities, we're about to launch a product that's solving a very specific narrow type of opportunity and for a specific group of people. Narayani is an AI engineer in our team, and she has built a pipeline extracting insights in this special type of content that she's going to talk about in a minute. Hey Narayani.
Hey Nikolai.
Remind me again, why did we start this project in the first place? And what is this type of content that you had to deal with?
Sure. So successful creators are drowning in thousands, tens, or even hundreds of thousands of comments, and everything from sponsorship asks to viewer questions and feedback. Most of those creators can't afford to have a big team big enough to physically read all of their inbound comments, and in that they lose a lot of opportunities. We wanted to help them never miss an opportunity and surface the insights that matter. So if someone wants to sponsor you, you would know. And if someone offers a job, you will not miss it. So what are the most popular topics and questions you get and all that? Plus plus an AI assistant so that you can ask your own questions. This is the kind of gist about it, and we are starting with YouTube as our first platform of integration.
Awesome. Starting with YouTube, analyzing comments for opportunities. I think we probably painted a good enough picture overall for the VIP product that we are about to launch. Let's now zoom in on the thing that you have been focused on. Can you explain to our audience what is the insights pipeline? What does it do in our product?
Yeah, sure. So we process large quantities of public comments, right? And the very first step of this processing is the ingestion into our databases. Right after that comes the insight processing. While working on VIP, I was focused on the second step, to help automatically float the most important insights our customers would care about in their comments.
So let's say I've signed up, I have linked up my YouTube account, I have selected some content for processing. What are the insights that I can expect to be extracted for me?
Yeah, so after you've done that, and after we know what videos should we process, we ingest their comments for processing and automatically extract all opportunities such as sponsorship deals, jobs, collaborations, growth opportunities, and feedback, etc. We also do sentiment analysis, so you can get a clear read about how does your audience feel about your content.
What if I want to know what are people actually talking about in those comments? What I mean is, do we have any way to actually float discussions, topics, questions that people ask?
Yeah, we also extract clusters for the most common topics and questions that are being discussed or asked in the comment section. So that answers your questions.
Nice. Well, this is a very good variety. I think we do have quite a lot of insights, but I cannot imagine us, having all of the insights that people actually would be interested to discover in their comments. Is there any way for me to maybe discover a custom insight? Maybe I want to find something as obscure as the correlation between time of day of posting of comments and the sentiment score of those comments. Is there anything that can help me discover custom insights like that?
Yeah, definitely. That's a very interesting question. And for that, we got a whole other side of application beyond the insights just for that. and we actually don't have a name for it yet, but it's an AI assistant, and you chat with it and it can help you answer incredibly detailed questions about your data.
Let's get a bit technical, if that's okay, and dive into the insight extraction. Maybe give our audience a sneak peek into what you did. Hopefully not too much, so we can keep our IP. But you've mentioned you tried different approaches before you landed on our current solution for the entire pipeline. So how did that play out?
Yeah. So first we narrowed down the most important insights. Important insights that we should try to automatically discover. And once we had a good hypothesis, we ran different experiments for every type of opportunity that we wanted to discover until we got consistent and high quality results.
What are some technical problems you had to deal with in all of this while building the Insights pipeline?
Yeah, so we had to deal with all sorts of interesting problems, like starting from the selection of models for embeddings, different classifications, topic extractions, and so on. For example, we compared several models for embeddings and settled on the one that gave us the most reliable vectors while keeping our API costs in check. In classification, since we did not have any label data, we evaluated different techniques like zero-shot methods, prompt engineering variations, and hybrid similarity checks. And for topic discovery, we benchmarked LDA and K-means, also explored various clustering algorithms such as DBScan, agglomerative clustering, and variants of DBScan like HDB scans, etc. And we used different metrics like Silhouette scores, DBI indexes, and also manual review to identify what consistently produced the most meaningful and well-separated clusters. So, and we went with those. And we also tested different hyperparameters to find a sweet spot for us where the clusters were meaningful but not too granular. And for question detection, we compared regex only, classifier only, and mixed methods also, and ultimately using a multi-layer pipeline to catch nuanced viewer queries.
Wow. Okay, so that's a lot to kind of unwrap. So one thing I've been very impressed by in your work on classification is the fact that you managed to produce something that is very cost efficient, and it still gives us some great classification results. So how did you do this without breaking the bank?
Yeah. So the short answer for that is that we don't classify mainly using LLMs. We use a combination of zero-shot classifiers and hypothetical document embeddings, and it's a lightweight few-step approach, delivering very good precision without building any huge training sets or incurring very huge costs for us.
Well, that's definitely very impressive. I've seen the results already. Hopefully a lot more people are going to get to experience those soon. Here is a meta question. How do we catch the real questions in the flood of text?
Yeah, so first we run a quick regex to flag the obvious question patterns. And then a zero-shot classifier picks up less explicit ones. And anything that still is ambiguous, it goes through an LLM check. We cluster the confirmed questions and present the large clusters as top viewer questions for each video.
What about the topics that we show in the dashboard?
Yeah, and for topics, after filtering out noise, we embed the comments and run clustering. And that gives us well-separated clusters for the main topics. We also built logic so that when new comments arrive, we only process the fresh data and intelligently merge any new topics with the old ones. so we don't have to reprocess our original data, and keeping insights up to date without redoing anything and everything.
Yeah, that's a big one, keeping the data fresh. I remember how many challenges we had around that, and how many just incredible solutions that our team managed to come up with around merging of clusters. All very impressive. What are the challenges you remember of having to deal with along the way?
We were facing some different challenges for that, like API quotas and costs were a big concern. So we implemented semantic chunking and pre-filtering of low-value comments to slash the unnecessary calls for that. Then handling noisy unstructured text, since it's a YouTube comments data, it consists of lots of slangs, emojis, code snippets, etc. And all this meant building a robust pre-processing pipeline that retains context while cleaning the clutter, and to keep the things fast but also reliable and secure, we host our models ourselves. So we had to deal with all of those intricacies like auto scaling, etc. Another big one was, as I previously also mentioned, handling the incremental data that's coming in every day, and handling it without reprocessing the old comments. So we designed our clustering and topic merging logic to only touch the new data, so the dashboards stay up to date, and we don't have to do full reruns for that.
All right, so thank you so much, Narayani. I feel like I now understand our own pipeline and product a lot better. So I really appreciate you sharing all of this with me and our audience.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for having me. Thank you for talking to me about it.
Absolutely. This will be a wrap for this video. Stay tuned for more.